These are the 2016 NTSU Exec elections.
So you said you want to build upon the rebranding of RAG, making it more present with monthly sporting and non-sporting events dedicated to raising money. What sort of events will this encompass, and why do you think RAG needs rebranding?
Oh, sorry. Well, the rebranding of RAG is just a way of making it, idea came from Lizzie, to making it more personal to Trent. I think many universities now have their own charity, and we still have RAG, so I think we're making it more personal to us. The idea with the monthly sport and non-sporting events dedicated to RAG is just to make it more present every month. That new students in January are still reminded that we are always, trying to fundraise for RAG. The events can include anything from a volleyball game to an improv session with the drama club society that people come and watch and participate and donate £1, £2, whatever.
You've also talked about a Spirit Week to celebrate Trent's artistic talents, and sort of mentioned a platform for societies to perform, have shows. Why is Spirit Week in particular special to do this, and why did you decide to name it Spirit Week? Is there any reason behind that?
Well, Spirit Week was just something that I thought of to encompass the spirit of Trent, but it definitely, like I said before, is not set in stone. It's just something that came to mind. And then the whole idea with it is just, I think, obviously societies already have the possibility to put on their shows, but I think with the right backing and the right support from the VP activities, it can become an event as big as the varsity and have sold out shows across the board for music, performance, theatre, whatever.
Arnie, now, you say you want to help students establish new societies. What kind of societies will these be? I mean, we already have a system to allow people to set up a society if they want. How will yours be different?
Okay, me help students to organize society. That doesn't mean I'm going to be organizing one or establishing one myself. What I will do, if student comes to me that they want to have a society, I will not refuse them as long as they go through the due process and they meet the requirement to open a society. So I will help them, but it's not me coming out like open society. That's what I will do.
Okay, so you want to collaborate with societies to organise a better RAG week. How in particular will you do this?
Okay, I've met with a lot of students, asking them what they really want. A lot of people keep on asking me, what is RAG week? They don't really know what RAG week is. The publicity is not there. Students are not carried along. But what we do, if I'm a VP activities, is to communicate with students what is RAG week really about. What does it mean to them?
So you're also keen to do more for Global Week within societies. Do you not think that Global Week was successful this year, and what would you have done differently?
Yeah, I would say Global Week was successful because of the inputs or the effort that have gone into it. But what I would do differently, I think having Global Week once in a session is not enough for us to really appreciate our cultural diversity. What I would do, or I can make that as a suggestion to those organizing it, that can we have it every weekend? We can have Global Month. Okay, because we are really trying to get students involved. If I know more about your culture and you know about mine, we will appreciate each other better and we'll break that barrier.
So what has been your biggest challenge this year, and how have you gone about overcoming it?
Running for this election. Because I'm a very busy person, I'm a postgraduate student, I have a lot of activities doing, I have a lot of academic work to do, and also having time to campaign, plan, because it's really more about meta work, is this meta work you see that is coming out of the campaign, but you really need to do much. So balancing my work and balancing the campaign is really a challenging one, but I think I'll be able to overcome that, and everything is going well.
So this year, the current VP activities, Lizzie Kelly, has put a Facebook group up to keep societies connected. Do you think this has worked, and how would you improve it?
I think it's been reasonably effective, but I have a point in my manifesto about a committees forum on the Trent Students website, because sometimes the Facebook page goes a bit unchecked. So society members will put requests up there to other societies, but it won't really be seen by anyone, it won't really go anywhere. and I think this committee's forum will be overseen by members of the NTSU staff and Lizzie and their society's coordinators, Emma, and whoever comes in to replace Stefan. And it'll just make it easier because everyone will be involved in the same conversation.
Yeah, so also you've mentioned that you want to do some more NTSU community events. Does this mean that you want the general public involved as well as students? And what do you think would be the point in that as a student union?
No, I think I mean when I talk about that, I mean more taking student societies and student events out into schools to encourage young people to get involved in activities. I think when I was young, there was nothing more kind of fun and exciting to do than have someone from university, a big adult, come in and do something interesting with you. So I think it would be more taking activities and societies out like that into the community to kind of encourage younger people.
Freshening up NTSU fundraising events is also on your agenda. That does seem a bit vague. What ideas specifically do you have for that?
It was vague at the time. At the time of writing my manifesto, the process and the naming of RAG was under a little bit of scrutiny, so I didn't want to go all out with RAG in my manifesto for it then to change. It does essentially look at RAG and trying to freshen up RAG activities, so bringing RAG to the forefront of people's minds rather than thinking, oh, we can do this event, oh, actually, should we have a little bucket for RAG to collect a little bit of change for RAG? I also wanted to look at maybe working with the VP services to incorporate something raising and giving into the Trent's Got Talent that was so successful this year.
What has been your biggest challenge and how did you overcome it?
Speaking on stage. I'm really not a fan of speaking on stage. Cider helped. Cider helped this morning. I was a bit stuttery this afternoon because I hadn't topped up, but that's probably not the answer you want to hear on the camera, but yeah, I'm really not a fan of public speaking. When it's under a pressurised situation. Obviously societies, assemblies and stuff like that are a bit different, but yeah, not a fan of that.
How do you plan to improve the communication between societies and the exec team?
Well, this year we've had, first term we didn't have a lot of communication between VP activities and most societies didn't really have much communication. I would like, idealistically, I would like to have more one-on-one meetings or just drop-in sessions where I drop in just to see how people are getting on, sort of get a gauge and let them know that I still care about what's going on, you know.
You've also mentioned in your manifesto that you want to do more work with RAG. Do you think that it needs redeveloping to get more people interested? RAG's become a little bit disjointed from the student union, unfortunately. It used to be very prominent, especially in my first year, which was 2 years ago. I think it does need redevelopment. I think it needs to be implemented, as I was saying earlier out in the Q&As, I think it needs to be implemented more into a crossover between societies, get more societies working together with RAG to do some more fundraising. How do you plan on giving societies more exposure? Because I know that's one of the other things you've mentioned as well.
So one of my plans is, if I am elected, I'd like to get societies to work together more. Because there's a lot of, as I said in this Q&A, there are a lot of societies who are quite small, they don't get a lot of exposure, people don't know about them unless they want to be in them. And I think even if it's not for getting more members, it's allowing that society to have the opportunity to have that showcase where people can see them. So I think getting them involved with bigger societies, getting them, promoting them more, just allowing them to have a little bit more freedom with, you know, getting involved with other societies, creating more of a community of societies rather than just singular societies working on their own.
These are the 2016 NTSU Exec elections.